plan, Bobby?
We're winging it, Jerry.
You always wing it.
We're gonna get killed.
What you mean, we, white boy? You ready?
Here we go.
What you mean, we, Dutchy? Nah, that's dope. We got the intro here finally. That's real dope. Dutch, how you feeling today, man?
The NBA is a hell of a drug. And you're looking at the plugs. Yeah, man. Hey, it's only right. We've been together for too long not to have a dope-ass intro. Four brothers, if you didn't know. Now you slow motherfuckers know. God damn it. But shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to all the supporters. Hopefully you tuned in with me, Wham Bam, and the whole crew this morning on the sesh of Post Sports Radio, Medicaid Monday. It's the vibe. And now we're here to break down all 5 of these NBA games. Ready to get to the bag. It was a beautiful motherfucking weekend. It's always good to be back with the boys.
Always good. And Wham Bam, how you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good, feeling great. Like my boy Dutch said, we was on the sesh earlier. Now we back here, right where the chat is gonna be fire, going crazy. Shout out to the people, Dia. Shout out to E. Shout out to KC. Shout out to Ricky, Bobby, Mike, Gian, Steve, Gia. Man, we got a lot of people. Got a good legends up in the chat. My brother Babano. Man, I'm feeling good, bro.
Babano, what's going on with you up there in the north?
Yeah, I'm good stuff. I mean, the NBA's off to a nice start this year. It's a good Sunday, and look, there's some good plays I think on this card, even though it's only a shorter 5-game slate for a Monday. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be in and out, quick and easy today. And yeah, Dia says, check the clock, man. You see my guy down there lighting up. You see him know what time it is. Mark, what's good with you? My boy X Nizzle, always love, appreciate you tapping in. Good to see you in the chat. And we got to show him a little love for this too. How about my Cavs? Hey, have you ever seen a Cavs team this good so far? X Nizzle, 11-0. I ain't never seen a Cavs team go 11-0 out the gate. I don't think so. They're looking real good. We'll see what they could do in the playoffs.
Hey, Brooklyn, how's it like not having Kenny Atkinson anymore? How about that?
Yeah.
Kenny Atkinson changed that coach. He is making a big difference so far. So, good stuff on that.
Coach of the year favorite.
And giving us some little inside information for NFL. Joshua Alexander says he's at Green Valley right now, hearing all the handles on Rams, but they won't go to -3. Pretty telling.
Yeah, GVR, man. Go to Pizza Rock. Shout out to our guy.
No, all the spots over there. All right, let's get to it. We got 5 games. First up, Clippers, Thunder. Opened up Thunder -10.5, all the way down to 6.5. And I'm pretty sure a lot of it has to do with the injury to Chet Holmgren. They're still going to be, they're without 3 bigs. Chet, Hardenstein, Jalen Williams. I don't know who's protecting the paint. I'll just say that. The Clippers still without Kawhi and PJ, also without Mo Bamba. The total went up from 217.5 to 218.5. Babano, I'm coming to you. No paint protection, but they still have elite perimeter defense. And that, along with the Hamilton kid, still get the job done.
Well, Zubats, I'm not a big Zubats fan. I'll take my chances here that Oklahoma City for one night, even with these injuries in the front court with Hartenstein, and obviously that's a big blow losing Chet Holmgren. He had been playing so well. This is not, it's not one of your premier bigs that you're going up against tonight when you're talking about Zubats, as far as I'm concerned. I actually like this spot for the Thunder. I love that we're getting a discounted price now, down to 6.5 after losing to Golden State the other night. I know they'll miss Holmgren, but I think everyone steps up. Don't forget how good this team was off a loss last year. And don't forget what we saw after their first loss this year against Denver, when they rolled right back the next game against Houston and they blew out the Rockets by 19. This is a team I want no part of betting against Oklahoma City this year off a loss. You watch as the season goes on. They are going to be a very good team, I think, coming off a loss. I think tonight you get them at a nice discounted price here. I'm going to lay it with Oklahoma City -6.5. Not to mention, look, the Clippers, they've won 4 in a row, 3 wins at the new Intuit Dome against San Antonio, Philly, and Toronto, but that's kind of the sisters of the poor right now, and then a road win against Sacramento as well during that stretch. I think the Thunder, first game without Chet, everyone rises to the occasion. You got them off a loss. I still think they're the better team. Everyone flocking to the Clippers. I get it because of the Holmgren injury. Not this guy. Oklahoma City minus the 6.5 for me.
Dutchy, what you think about what Dutch? I mean, what Babano's saying up there?
Yeah, man. Big shout out to the beautiful young lady Tasha. Good to see you. Good to see you. We got KC in the building too, so the ladies are representing on a Monday. Good to see you as well. Run up these likes, guys. Run up these likes. Show some love. We're trying to make the best out of this motherfucking. This is like the day. This is like the day shift. You know how we used to say it's the day shift at the strip club, man. We try to make the best out of this shit. That's what the card looked like. But Bono seems to like a little more than me. The number's low though. The number's low. I don't know how. I mean, how many people really going to the window betting the Clippers? That's what I want to know. Is it because obviously we get is Holmgren really the superstar? So I don't know if we could take that angle. Obviously, a big piece to the Thunder. Man, these Clippers, they continue to impress me. I mean, James Harden talking about how this defense, I mean, with James Harden leading the show, somehow the defense is pretty damn good. I would expect Zubac to completely eat. I think we touched on it a little bit. Over 12.5 rebounds is up there, but it's up there for a reason. I mean, he should walk in and get 15, just showing the fuck up. But I don't like betting against the Clippers, and I don't like betting on them. Like they're so far they've been a team that I have had a bad read on. You would expect OKC to bounce back, but OKC already went into LA and beat these boys after OKC, down, I believe, 10 at the end of one, came back and really put it on them in the second half in LA. So maybe the Clippers take advantage here. I would lean the 6.5. Hopefully I can get a live play and hope what happened in game one of these two teams where the Clippers came out hot and then OKC put them away late. So if I can get a pick 'em on OKC, it'll be an auto bet.
I get that. I don't know if he's being serious or not. It must be an inside joke or something. Says her name's Asha. We've been saying Tasha for too long to not be corrected. That got to be an inside joke. But Wham Bam, while I pass it to you, I'll say this. If I'm betting, I think that the Clippers with the rest advantage and the size advantage inside keep this one competitive. I would be leaning towards Clippers if I'm playing this one. Or Zoo. Is Zoo somebody we bet on? You going player props or you going side or total?
I kind of want to say Zoo seems like one of the obvious plays, and that is kind of scaring me off of it a little bit just because it just seems a little too easy. And that it pushed me towards a play that I normally would go on just only points. But I seen Amir Coffey at points and rebounds at 9.5. He's averaging about 9.1 points so far this year, and he's averaging about 2 rebounds a game. Now, if if he can get rebounds down there and maybe be a little thorn in Zubac's side there, or the people that bet on Zubac, I think he could probably be the guy that's out here stealing those rebounds. So Amir Coffey over 9.5 points and rebounds is what I did take in. I think he could get that on the points. We've seen him being able to do that on strictly off of points. He had 21 points against the Spurs, 11 points against the 76ers, 14 against the Kings. Didn't get it last game against the Raptors, but he shot poorly in that game, 2 for 6. So he's back right on the field goal side of things. I think he could go over this just strictly off of points. But the fact that they are going to be a little bit man down, I do like Amir Coffey points and rebounds minus 120 over the 9.5 there. But I do agree, bro. And it's the only thing is like we always give the same slogan to the Clippers. The Clippers are going to clip. This can be one of those moments where, yeah, the Thunder are down and out because they don't have the guy check, but they've somehow come and play up against this Clipper team. And I don't think they're going to come and take this Clipper team lightly. And we definitely know that Shade never takes the Clippers lightly just based off of his whole mantra. So it's tough for me to go up against that too. So, but I do agree with you, Skee. I think like the way I was thinking is the Clippers are going to cover this game just because they have been pretty good this year. But man, it's just tough to go up against a few different things that I'm thinking. So I just took Amir Coffey over 9.5 points and rebounds minus 120.
All right, we keep it moving down the card. We move it over to Brooklyn and New Orleans.
Real quick, Skee, my bad, I was muted. I just put, I'm gonna put 25 on it. Fuck it, to pay 250. I'm putting 25 on James Harden, triple double, plus 1,000. plus 1,000. He's averaging right under it. All right, he's been playing out of his mind. Goes back to OKC. You know, Shea, these guys, they're gonna have a game. I won't fuck around. I mean, come on, a plus 1,000, 25 cents. I could do that.
I like that. I like
That's official right there. A little 25 center plus 1K. James Harden to the motherfucking window.
All right, I like it. We'll go to Nets and Pelicans, and opened up Nets -1. They're 1.5 right now. Total dropped from 212.5 as low as 209.5. Injury report here. You have Finney Smith. I don't think I saw him earlier, but he's now game time decision. They're without Bogdanovich, Sharp, and Watford for the Pelicans. So Trey Murphy did get ruled in. They're without the other usual suspects: Zion, DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum, Herb Jones, and Jordan Hawkins. So Dutch, I'm coming back to you on this one. They've looked pretty damn bad, but I think you picked a winner with them one time. So you know what to do with this team. Are they the Pelicans? Are they the Pelicanos? Who are they?
Diamond in the motherfucking rough, baby. A diamond in the rough. What they say? A broken clock is right twice a day. And goddamn it, I don't know how I got it with them Pelicans, man. They sure as hell ain't the Pelicanos. I know that. But big shout out to our guy Nets Bets, Mr. Laderwood in the building. Good to see you, my man. Sean Evans in the building. Appreciate the kind words. That's right. Monday through Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not even saying Friday no more. Monday through Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, 1 p.m. Pacific time. The fellas are back. All right. Put your notifications on. We'll be here breaking down each and every game, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, or Monday through Wednesday, excuse me. Check it. So tell a friend, tell a fam, we're going in. Believe it. Back with this motherfucker.
Is bad for your health.
You don't want that, man. Bad for your health, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that game's bad for your
Beach Boys.
motherfucking health. It's Brooklyn or nothing, but no, sir.
The little jingle. All right, I like it.
Yeah, right.
I want to ask you about a prop, Wham Bam. You the prop guy. This is mentioned from our guy Dia, man. Alvarado, he's been picking it up since everybody else is out. He's getting a lot more minutes and opportunities. His PRA today was 24.5. He's hit it 5 of his last 6 times. Can he do it again tonight versus the Nets? Or what do you like?
Let me make sure I'm unmuted there. So yeah, Jose, 35 minutes last few games, last 3 games, it looks like. He's at 21, 27, 18. His points total right now is at 14.5. Juice towards the over. So bookmakers are telling you that they can't keep it up high enough because he's not that damn good. So they can't have it at 20. But at 14.5, it is kind of appealing. I do agree with Dia. This is a good call out right here with Jose Alvarado. I would definitely endorse this look a lot. Just based off of what you're saying, they don't really. They are missing some guys there. He's been getting it done for them as of late. And, yeah, man, I like that look a lot. And he's been pretty much there consistently. It's just that when he shoots bad, he shoots mostly bad from 3. He has been getting over his threes, though. So maybe his 3 prop is good money as well. Maybe just enough value with the 3, just as enough as the points there as well. So it's looked like the 3s are plus 105 for the 2.5. He's hit that. It looks like over the last 3 games, just as much as the points. So it kind of correlates with both of those points or over 2.5 threes. So shout out to that. But for me in this game, what I did bet is something that hasn't lost all year. It's the Nets first half, man. I haven't been able to bet this enough. This is 10-0 so far to start the year. 5-0 ATS at the house. I'm sorry, at the house and on the road. And this is another opportunity where they're going up against a team. Like you said, we can't really call it with this Pelican team. They can be possibly playing really well here, but I'm going to go up against them here and say that the first half with the Nets is the way to go. I do like the -0.5. Y'all might hear my kids in the background, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. They got out of school. It is what it is.
Chat, man. We're used to that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's the chat.
Yeah. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat.
Oh yeah, don't you even look at it. We don't want to get your
Nah,
ass started.
I'm not even about to. No, but for me, it's the only thing I bet in there is the first half of the Nets. That's it, Brad. And I do agree with Dia, though. I think that is a good call out with Jose Alvarado. That's a good call out.
Yeah, the chat, man. Y'all cutting up, man. I did hear it though. Now I know who y'all talking about. That's
He said, who's Mr. Laterwood? And then Nets bet says, it's not what you think. Oh, never mind.
Chat, man. We
I'm
have a
saying
good
it's a
time in
pretty
here.
good name, man.
Don't you look in the chat, well.
Since when was Veterans Day a school holiday? That never happened to me when I was a kid.
Yeah, I don't think I remember that either. But
Shout out though.
I'll say before I pass it to you, Babano, I also am looking at Claxton over his 9.5 rebounds. Pelicans are a bottom 5 rebounding team so far this season, and he's been getting more minutes, and he's hit it the past couple games. So I don't know if you have any opinion on that, or do you? I mean, everybody. I said I like the Nets first half, or maybe I didn't say it, but the Nets first half is undefeated. If I didn't say it, are you looking that way? Looking at player props? What are you looking at, Babano?
Yeah, I'm doing a split. Nets first half, Nets full game. I mean, it's hard to bet the Pelicans right now. They're awful. And the one thing about the Nets is I like the coaching hire of Jordy Fernandez. I like how they've played mostly every night. They haven't had many off nights. They've been a point spread machine, 8-2 against the number. Even the last 2 games, 2 of the heavyweights against Cleveland and Boston, they lose by 4 to the South. They led most of that game in Boston too, and they only lost by 4. Took on the undefeated Cavs. That game was back and forth, and it took a 35-18 fourth quarter from Cleveland to win that game by 5. So they had Cleveland and Boston on the ropes in the last 2 games, the Brooklyn Nets. And even though they didn't win either one, they were right there. This is a New Orleans team that is just a disaster right now. The defense is falling apart. 0-4 straight up in ATS last 4 games. Now they're not scoring either. And I'll tell you what, if Brandon Ingram's only going to give you 11 points, 4 for 11, like he did the other night, you've a 0 chance right now if you're New Orleans to win basketball games, given how depleted you are and how many injuries you're dealing with right now. Speaking specifically of C.J. McCollum and DeJounte Murray and Zion Williamson and Herbert Jones. It's just a mash unit right now. So after the last 2 losses, I think the Nets are actually probably coming in here thinking, man, we could have won both those games. We've got a team we can beat up on here. So I like the Nets here. First half full game.
All right. Babano says he's rocking with it. And we'll see if the Nets can get to the window today. Next up, we have Wizards and Rockets. Rockets opened at 13. I think they went as high as 14. And then we saw some injury report stuff. Kuzma went from doubtful to in. Van Fleet went from in to out. And we now see it down to 12.5. The total, though, went up from 227.5 to 229. So I'm gonna be honest, I kind of feel bad passing this to anybody. Who want a piece of Wizards and Rockets? I know Babano always has something.
So as home favorites against lesser competition and home double-digit favorites, Ime Udoka last year and this year, they've been awesome. They've been really good beating down the bad teams at home in this kind of price range. But no Van Vliet. It's back-to-back. They got a narrow win on the road against Detroit. It's also back-to-back for Washington, too, but they're off another blowout loss. Maybe they're just not good enough to do anything about it. The trends point to Houston, but on a back-to-back after a win, and now Fred Van Vliet out, I don't know if I'm running the lay of the 13, and I don't think I trust Washington enough. So, yeah, pass for me.
Oh, exotic backwood for Babano. That's what that one was. In the chat, they listening this morning, Wham Bam. They say you got a prop on Mr. Cool Breeze in this game.
Hey, shout out to my boy Dia, man. He was on the Medicaid Monday show. He heard what I was saying earlier. Shout out to the bro, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button if y'all haven't yet. Shout out to Boofer. Shout out to Nesbeck, Star Child. Shout out to all the people. KC, Tasha. I'm sorry for apologizing. It's all good. Hey, but yeah, I do got Bilal Coulibaly. I'm sure I'm saying
Coulibaly.
Coulibaly. There you go. Damn. I just need to hear it one time.
Cool Breeze.
Breeze, bro, I'm telling you.
Coulibaly. That shit is hard to read, though. I ain't gonna lie. Golly. Coulibaly. Over 14 and a
Who
half.
needs a pronunciation book or guide when I'm here? Right?
You already know, bro. My boy Babano got us covered for shit show. It don't even matter. He actually do the research for real, y'all. We out here just looking up stats, man. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Bilal. I think he's gonna go over his 14.5 points. That is a play that I did make in this game. This game is kind of tricky though, and especially now that they cleared Kyle Kuzma, so I'm not as confident add that before I did make that bet. I did make that bet before he was announced in, so that is the truth. Tied up to that, but like you said, man, this is a tough, shitty ass game. But what I will say is that yes, the Wizards do play up tempo, but the defense for the Rockets have been there. They did go under their total last game. The fact that both of these teams off of back-to-back, I would think towards the under in this game, just because I think this is going to be geared towards the Rocket style, and that's going to be an under type game, unless it's just going to be a lot of threes being shot, which I don't expect for this Rockets team here. So I think the under is in play here. If I had to make a grand scheme of things bet here, it'll be mostly towards the under. But the only thing I did make was Bala over 14.5 points. It was at minus 120 when I got it, I believe. So not knowing if that's affected by the news about Kyle Kuzma or not. I'm trying to pull that up right now for y'all. Yeah, it looks like it's about 2 points cheaper now. So it's at 12.5 points. I got it at 14.5. Even then, I still think he could get over that. So I'm not necessarily worried about the 13 or 15. I think he's going to get that regardless. So shout out to Bilal. I think he's going to get that.
The chat is funny, man. The chat is funny. I'm gonna say I like Şengün over 10.5 rebounds. He averages 11. He's hit it 8 out of 10 games, and believe this is the worst rebounding team in the league so far. So I think that could be a solid look. Other than that, this game looks pretty dirty, and I kind of want to hear that jingle again. Dutchy, what you think?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Sean Dozier. We are smoking the first class funk. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. And yeah, Tasha had it right. Tasha had it right. She had it right, man. Back with this motherfucker.
Oh, she knows.
Yeah, she knows.
Is bad for your health.
Seriously, I want to start doing the twist every time I hear that. Yeah.
That's just bad for your health. I'm telling you, man. You backwoods smokers. You fuck with this game. I will tell you though, LJ. Shout out to LJ. You know our guy came through on the session and is on the Rockets first half, and nobody knows Houston better than LJ. So you know, but me, can't touch this motherfucker.
All right, we move over to Cavs and Bulls. Opened up Cavs minus 7.5. They're 8-point favorite. The total went up to 238.5, but it's coming back down to about the opener. I see 236.5, 237 right now. Monty Bates, Max Strus still out. Levine is probable. Jalen Smith is truly questionable. Lonzo Ball is out. So this is a game where, I mean, does anybody want to step in front of the Cavs train? They won 11 in a row. They've covered 9 out of 11. I mean, I can't do it. It's a one-way ticket for me. Cavs are passed. So I'm going to go around the horn. Dutch, I know damn well you're not stepping in front of the Cavs.
Nah, man. I really don't like this fucking thing, man. I don't like this card at all, to be quite honest with you. Like, I think it's Cleveland team total here, maybe. You know, team total over here. I'm not gonna lay 8 on the road. This is another game where I'm like, all the like OKC and this game to me are like, even the Rockets game. Hopefully these motherfuckers just start off, you know, slow mo because you can get them live. I'm not laying 8 with the Cavs on the road, but I think they win this basketball game. So let me get a better number. Start off a little slow. Get these, you know, fugazi ass Chicago Bulls a little hope, and then reality set in. And Cleveland continued to do what they do. Shout out to Mobley. Shout out to Elliott. You know, playing big time. Obviously, Garland's back to what we've seen him. You know, 2 years ago, I think one of the better backcourts in the league. So yeah, man, what Cleveland's done is impressive. Not the best schedule. I think they kind of got like you know, I don't want to look too much into the Golden State game. That kind of was writing on the wall after what Golden State did to Boston. So I think they'll come back to reality. This team is not that good, but the Chicago Bulls aren't the team that I'm going to rally around the truce with. You know, I'll pick a better spot.
Babeno, I'm going to ask you about this total. We know the Bulls play up tempo, and the Cavs are the number 1 offensive rated team in the league. Is this just 1 + 1 equals 2? Is it up and over?
I like the over. That's what I like the most is full game over, because I think Chicago is going to want to put on a good performance here. And we know offensively they are capable, even with losing DeRozan. Like, that scoring still shouldn't be an issue for Chicago with Kobe White and Zach LaVine and company. I think it does go over. Chicago, we talk about how they're playing a lot. I've said it all year. I'm sick of talking about it, but playing a lot faster with Billy Donovan and the Bulls this year. So that's another thing that has me looking over 237. I'm going to sprinkle on the Cavaliers -8 and the Cavaliers team total over 122.5 though as well. Cleveland has covered every point spread on the road. 5-0 straight up, 5-0 against the spread on the road. And to me, with this Cleveland team this year, you're going to make money with them on the road more than at home. There's going to be times as they finally start losing that they're going to not cover at home, laying those bigger numbers. But on the road, they've shown already they're looking like they're finally going to have a better road team this year. They've played really well away from home. On the road is where you're going to be able to make more of your money, I think, this year with the Cavaliers. So I think I'll do a little Cavs -8 and the team total over 122.5. But what I like even more than that is the full game over 237.
I like it. I think solid plays there. Wham Bam. Damn, I swear there was a prop that needed to be looked at in this game. Oh, I know what it is. It's the one you know why it irritated me that one day. You was rooting against me that one day, but I'm glad you cashed though at the end of the day. Garland. I know you're looking at Garland some way, shape, or form.
I like his assist still, man. I think his assist is starting to get back creeped up here. His points has been, like you said, is getting back to the point where he's getting comfortable with scoring and being able to create. But his assist is still being able to get a little low. It's starting to be juiced up though. So those 6.5s are really juiced. But that's the way I would be looking here. But the Bulls are really terrible in the first quarter, bro. I mean, the Cavs haven't covered only but one first quarter. I think they're 1-3-1 ATS on the first quarter and on the road, but in the first half, they are really phenomenal in the first half so far this year, 7-3-1. I think they are going to be able to come out and win this first half. So I think that the Bulls being bad in the first quarter, I want to take advantage of that. So I like the Cavs first quarter -2.5. That's the way I will be betting in this game only. I think I want to just get in and get out with the Cavs, not really have too much here against the Bulls. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I would love for the Bulls to win this game. We all got futures on the Bulls, bro. So this is definitely getting that they're not supposed to win. I would love for them to win this game. So I'm not going to go up against them there for that reason, but I think they are going to lose that first quarter.
All right. You want to get in and get out on that one? I'm not mad at that. Move over to the last game. That's Kings and Spurs. Hasn't really moved. I mean, the Kings are a 1-point favorite. Total though, that has moved. Opened up 223.5. Looks like it's as low as 220.5. And injury report for this game: no Malik Monk for the Kings. Carter and Robinson continue to be out. Malachi Branham is game time decision. Trey Jones and Sohan are both out. This is back-to-back for the Kings off of an overtime game. And Spurs, they do have the rest advantage. So it is advantageous spot for the Spurs. I'm going to go to Babano on this one here. Are the Spurs good enough to take advantage of the spot tonight versus the Kings?
Yeah, I think they are good enough, San Antonio. I think they win this game at home. I love this spot. It's a huge edge situationally for San Antonio tonight with Sacramento back-to-back. There's also the 9th game in 15 days for the Sacramento Kings. How about that? 9 games in 15 days for them. They're coming off a marathon overtime affair with Phoenix last night, 127-118. And keep in mind, too, that was a depleted Phoenix team as well last night in that game. They had no Kevin Durant and still needed overtime to win that. You look at the minutes that their starters had to play. DeRozan over 42 minutes. Keegan Murray 42 minutes. De'Aaron Fox 40 minutes. And now you've got to ask for them to show that energy again on a back-to-back after expending everything just to get by Phoenix without Durant last night. I think it was a very taxing game on them. And then you factor in, like I said, 9th game in 15 days. How much is left in that gas tank tonight for Sacramento in this game? It's a real concern for me. Spurs with the rest advantage. Spurs coming off a tough 1-point loss to Utah on Saturday night, looking to bounce back here at home, where they still have a winning record on the year, 3-2 at home. I think it's just a scheduling spot dream for the San Antonio Spurs. And Sacramento, look, even in spots like this when they're rested, Sacramento's flighty enough to lose to San Antonio on the road, even when they have the rest advantage, even when they aren't coming off an overtime game. Now you put that into the mix here. I think they're very vulnerable tonight, the Kings on the road. Give me San Antonio here to win at home.
I like it. I like it. And I'll also be on those San Antonio Spurs. Dutchy, I'm gonna pass it to you. Let people know where they can find the sesh at and what you thinking about these Spurs and Kings, your favorite team.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Lucky Power. I see my man Stacks, Justin McKelvey in the building. Definitely check out the sesh, man. You know, you want more plays, college basketball, NFL. Check it out. Hit the link. Go to my @DutchBoyFresh. Hit the motherfucking link. Post Sports Radio's the place. It's the vibe. You know, check it out. Show some love. Also, the likes. As I was putting this in the link, used Skee. I noticed we kind of light on likes, man. We got about 300 on this motherfucker. We ain't even hit 100 likes. Come on, you lazy motherfuckers. We showing love. We bringing to you good. I know I ain't got shit for you today, but goddamn it, these guys do. So hit the like button, man. You know, run it up. And yeah, I really don't have, I don't like this game either.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up for the three of us. Fuck Dutch, just for the three of us. Yeah.
I'm just here getting high, goddamn it. You know, I wanted to see the intro debut. That's what I'm here for. And the new backwood too. So matter of fact, back with this motherfucker, goddamn it.
Is bad for your health.
Won't get higher.
No, like I said, it sounds like a Chubby Checker song. Makes you want to do the twist or Beach Boys. Taking it back to the 60s with that jingle.
This is just an ugly ass card, man. I'm trying to work with y'all, but goddamn.
That's
Bam, bam. Talk to him. Somebody in the chat. I'm gonna pull his name up, but he said Harrison Barnes over versus old team. You rocking with that narrative?
Hey man, I'm mad at that, man. Out there in the corner, yeah, why not? I like the Spurs today, bro. I like the Spurs. They're getting healthier. You know what I'm saying? The boy Wemby doesn't play lightly against these boys. Last game he had 31 minutes, 19 points, 13, and then he had 27 and 9 in his first game against the Kings. I think that he is going to be able to play a little bit better. You know, his usage has been a lot up more than it was last year. I think that he's going to get up in there. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Mike R. Shout out to Steph. Shout out to Star Child. Shout out to T. Shank. Herbert, man. Shout out to all y'all Nets bets. You already know what it is, man. Mark A. Y'all already know, man. We love y'all to death, bro. Appreciate y'all. In this game, I could only think something with Wemby and the Spurs, man. Only something with Wemby and the Spurs. Maybe I need to get that graphic for me, man. This is exotic backwood. If you ain't got nothing else with that, so let me get the backwood.
Is bad for your health.
Where that other one at? We gave you way more than you need. That's my one right there.
Back with this bitch.
Of course.
We're trying to have a good time, and you want to talk about this shit?
Yeah. That's classic.
Of course. I heard it real clear that time. That's funny. You want to talk about this shit? The good old days. The fucking San Antonio, man. That shit was a fucking wild one. Yeah, that was so funny. The first fucking day. That was the first day there too. I was fucking
gang together. We get the gang together. The four brothers, bro.
Yeah, that was one of the highlights of San Antonio. You know, most definitely was us four doing live show together.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Good stuff today. We got through the ugly card, man.
Yeah.
And now it's about that time we move over to best bets. And if you've been around here, you know Wham Bam is first batter up. Let the people know what's the best way to get paid.
Yeah, I'm getting here early. I think a lot of us talked about this one here, so I'm getting the first one up. I'm going to go with the one that hasn't lost, man. Best bet today, the Nets, first half, 10-0 ATS, hasn't lost yet. Think they're going to lose against the Pelicanos? I don't know. So I'm going to go first half, Nets, -0.5. Best bet for me.
Good stuff from Wham Bam. And next up, we got Mr. Babano. Let the people know the best way to get to the window.
People are overreacting to the Chet Holmgren injury. This is an OKC team that is so damn good off a loss. I'm going to put my trust in them tonight. They lose to Denver. They blew out Houston the next game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will step up. Jalen Williams will step up. Oklahoma, Lou Dort will step up. Oklahoma City for me, -6.5 against the Clippers. Best bet.
Love it from Babeno. Perfect. I heard that one back there. My best bet. You know, I might load up some stuff after the show. Might scan through my short list and add it up, but I'm gonna go with what I've played so far, and I'm gonna play the spot. I agree that they're good enough to take advantage of this Kings team without Malik Monk on a back to back after an overtime game. So Spurs at the house, even money, I'll take it. Last but not least, we'll slide over to my guy Dutchy. Let the people know what the freshest look of the day is, and take us home.
Yeah, man. Skee. Let's end it with the new intro too, because you know we got a lot more people in here now than when we began. But yeah, man. Hey, look, we don't fake the funk here. No, siree. Can't do it. I just can't do it for y'all. So you know, I got a little pizza money on that James Harden triple double. But if y'all want the real money, it's Matthew Stafford Monday Night Football. That's right. We're going to La La Land. I mean, it's only right. Let's get that money over 253.5. I believe it's 255.5 passing yards. Easy motherfucking money. We'll pass it all over the motherfucking field against the Miami Dolphins. Believe it. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.
You guys ready?
It's the plan, Bobby.
We're winging it, Jerry.
I always wing it.
Gonna get killed. What you mean, weak, white boy? You ready?
Here we go.